Hey, how's it going? It's Alan from Vancouver, and I want to welcome you to ineedmarketingtips.com. Now, before we give you the tip of the day, let me just take a minute to explain to you as an introduction as to why we've even put this video channel together for you to help you get more customers to your front door, drive more traffic through your internet website, basically get more opt-ins and get more revenue, more money coming into your pocket as a result of using the tools and the approaches and the skills that we're going to talk about in this series. Because I personally value your time, and I personally value your attention greatly. There's millions of how-to advices out there. There's tons of people that are more than willing to share their great tips with you for the day. But you've chosen to be here with me and allow me a chance to share my knowledge with you. And I gotta tell you, not only am I humbled and honored to be even at your internet monitor front door sharing this advice with you today, but my personal goal really is to help you get to that next level in a free approach, using the kind of tips and techniques that some people know how to do, but not everyone. And if you're that kind of internet marketer that's got some experience behind your belt, but you're missing some of the little holes in between your pipeline to help you get from one point to the next, I want to be that guy on the sideline in the shadows, helping you, kind of like your secret partner, complete all of your steps so you can finally get from that place of wherever it is you are starting to that place of, well, there's money coming in regularly. I can see it coming in. It's not that difficult after all. And thanks to some of the tips that I'm getting from these channels, it's helping my life and my performance run a little bit smoother because I'm taking out a lot of the guesswork from listening to these little pieces. The other reason why we're sharing these tips with you today is because we're finding that nowadays, you tell me if I'm wrong, but it almost seems like the days are getting shorter because the hours are running faster. It seems like there's more for us to do in a day and less time for us to really take in order to study what it is we need to learn in order to get to that next level in our careers, in our businesses. And I don't know about for you, but for me, one of my biggest struggles, even up to this day, is being able to manage a good chunk of time where I can just sit down, not let anything get in my way, and actually absorb the information and skills and advice that I've been getting personally from all of my coaches and all of my how-to training programs that I've gotten my hands on. Well, if you're like me, and if you're nodding your head right now going, yeah, you know what, life just gets in the way too much, then you know what, I want to let you know that I understand where you're coming from. And that's one of the main reasons why we've put together these mini channels, is because we want to give you effective advice fast within a 5 to at longest 10-minute range. You're going to be able to get the kind of tips and advice that's going to help you move step by step closer to the results of what you want, from not having any websites, not having any videos, maybe not having any exposure of your business or yourself on the internet, to gradually building a customer list, to building trust with that customer list, to attracting them to purchase the kind of products and services you might have to offer that's congruent with what they want. And the last part being that you can walk your customers through this process very quickly, very easily, in a way that is very profitable for you, while at the same time builds lots of trust and removes the risk level from your clients, so they can feel free about just paying you and pulling out their credit card and buying that product or that service from you instead of somebody else. And in today's day and age, let's face it, now it's not just about great information, it's about customer retention. What are you doing that's slightly different, that's going to help your customers want to stay with you, do business with you, keep you as their main resource for that product, that service, or that information, that's going to keep you at the head of your game. It's basically going to help you get the life that you want, because nowadays that is the bottom line. You want to live a comfortable lifestyle, have a following of people who trust you and rely on you to make their lives better through what you have to offer. You do that and you keep your client base, it doesn't even have to be big, but you keep them in a position where they constantly look at you as their how-to person as their how-to guide, then I promise you, the chances of you building your company successfully over the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months is going to be a lot easier, it's going to be a lot more fun, and it's going to be a lot more rewarding to you and those that follow you, because you'll be building your business the right way. You'll be building your customer base the right way, meaning that you're attracting the right kind of people into your life, and you're giving them the kind of value that not only that they want, might actually exceed their expectations. And let's face it, everybody loves a good deal. If you can give them that feeling that that's what you've given them, they'll never leave you. And that's the kind of advice that you'll be getting from us through this video series. The kind of information that you're going to gain from us is going to be two different versions. One is going to be very principle based, and one is going to be very technical based. Now the difference between the two is that when it comes to principles, the kind of principles that we'll be discussing and teaching you here are the kind of principles that are universal when it comes to human relationships. Let's face it, at the end of the day, your customers have to get to know you to some degree. They've got to get to know your brand to some degree. And when they think of you and they think of your brand, a good question to ask is, well, what goes through their mind? Now, what do they think about when they think about you and they think about what it is you have to offer? Do they trust you? Do they think that everything you offer is quality, that it's value? Or do they sit there thinking, well, I don't know? Or even worse, do they sit there thinking, I'm not sure if I can trust this individual? We want to make sure that the principles you use for your business and your communication, and every communication you have with your customers, whether it's email, telephone, videos like this, audio calls, whatever it is that you're using to send your message across the internet, we want to make sure that all of your ideas and the things that you share are shared at a level of trust that makes your customers feel like you are the person they should be dealing with on a regular basis. The technical side is going to lean a lot more towards automation. We're going to show you some really neat tricks and some really simple guidelines and steps that you don't even have to be a great computer whiz to know. You just got to know where they are and when you can use them, because our goal is to help remove the guessing process that a lot of people use when building their marketing pieces online. And we want to help you get laser sharp focused on the kind of individuals that you want to attract. Remember, the internet always carries two different types of eyeballs. There's the researchers and lookers, and there's the buyers. Most people do not know how to separate the difference between the two. They tend to mesh their marketing together, and 9 times out of 10, just by default, they actually accidentally tend to attract the researchers and lookers a lot more. Well, let's face it, if you want to make money, you need the buyers, and you got to know exactly what it is that they're looking for and how to find the buyers on the internet, which is where the technical side is going to come in. Now, when I say technical, I just want to throw this out real quick, that nothing that we're going to share here is going to be more than a 5-step process. I know some systems and some marketing approaches have 10, 20, 30, 50 steps, 100 steps, and that's okay. They all work, especially if they've been proven by showing you their track records of what they've produced in the past. Now, my goal for you here is not to make this overly complicated. My goal is to give you the simple 1, 2, 3, at most 4 and 5 steps to help you get closer to finding the right kind of prospects, to finding the right kind of people that would be interested in what you're offering. So the process of generating profit for you while exchanging your product of value to them can be 10 times easier, 10 times more fun, 10 times more profitable, and bottom line, give you the freedom of choice to do what it is you want to do, because your business, this model that you're using to create your lifestyle, is giving you the results that you need to give you the freedom that you deserve to make the kind of choices that you want for you and the people that you care about. So thanks again for listening in. Stay tuned for the next video, and at any point in time, if you have questions, comments, or any kind of concerns, please do not hesitate to get in touch with me. I'm always open to hearing your opinion and your advice and what you have to share. So interacting with me is actually really simple, because I'm always listening to what you want and what you need and what we can do to help you get what it is that you're looking for. Thanks again for listening in. We'll see you on the next video, and we'll talk to you soon.